Juha, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for giving me a little bit of your time. How are you preparing for this Latin American tour that you're going to have?
Well, at the moment, I'm washing my clothes. So, yeah, underwear and socks. I think it's 10 shows, so I need more than 10 pairs of everything, but to change after every show. So that's what I'm mostly preparing and try to remember everything I need to take with me.
This is the second time that you are going to be performing in Argentina. Do you remember something from the last time, 3 years ago?
Just that it was amazing gig, all the shows we did on the last tour on South America were amazing. It's a cliche to say, but when you come to play, the people are so passionate about the music and really loving the music. So we are cold northerners, so
Yeah.
usually our audience, there's a good things on both sides, but they're much more calmer and cool and everything. So it does feel good sometimes also to play with the people who are so passionate with also kind of like showing it. We don't show it that much here up north. I just remember that it was a great show, and everybody loves to come to South America for the same reason that, well, usually the audience is so into it in a totally different kind of way than up here. So yeah, it's gonna be nice to come. And anyways, I think it's your winter time now, so it's gonna be a little bit easier for us.
You're gonna be like home.
At least we're not going to totally burn, hopefully. So that's it.
There have been 2 years since the releasing of the last Swallow the Sun record, Shining. How do you feel about that record now, 2 years after the releasing?
Yeah, this tour is basically going to wrap up the Shining touring. I think that it's like the last tour. We're going to play there's some festivals still, a couple of for this year, but I think that's pretty much it now, the touring cycle. When you do a new album, for people it's a new album when they get it, but for you it's already been done like a year ago basically. So
Yeah.
it's quite a long time ago in that way, that looking back to it, because it's already, when it came out, it's a little bit like old news for yourself. It's been beautiful and amazing. We've been touring a lot, and people are really into the new and the old stuff, and the mixture of all those things. It gives so much color for the shows also. Like even this tour, we play a lot from the new album. We go all the way back to the first album and stuff from middle, and it's really nice to build up the set with the new and the mid and the stuff from the first album. Of course, we have like so many albums that it's quite hard to put up the set list to make everybody happy, but that's how it always is. The new album makes our shows also very interesting to play for us too.
How do you think that people have received these new songs, this new album during this touring cycle since the release of Shining?
It's been beautiful to see also that, the latest album, we always been very melodic bands. We have a chorus and everything. But of course, the last album had like quite very hard hitting choruses that are easier to sing along and everything. And people are like singing along a lot of the new songs, and that's also quite nice feeling, because but there's lots of melodic hooks, but mostly it's kind of like there's not that many chorus and everything. I'm such an old man that I come from the 80s bands like Duran Duran and Aha and all these kind of bands, and so the choruses and the melody is so built into me. So I come from that era that the melody and the choruses are also very important for me, and
You want the people to sing along with the songs that you.
well, I mean, it's nice. It's nice at the same time that there is a kind of like there's like choruses and melodies you can catch and hold on, and among with the older like Death Doom songs that are, and that's been one of the nicest parts also, to play the new songs on this Shining tour, because people are singing it, and they are kind of like, and they are, these songs, they give you a lot of power on the stage and on the audience too, among all the sadness and everything. And the new songs are also very sad but in a different way. They are more kind of like uplifting way. That's been the most beautiful part, to play this album and these songs. There is a lot of bands who, I'm not saying they pretend to be sad or dark or whatever, but that's like the furthest thing away from us as a band and the people that that you have to do this kind of a thing to be dark, to be sad or something like that. And every time you go wrong with that kind of attitude, you have to come with the music from the place, from the honest place, that wherever it comes out, that is what you have to do. And I know that metal bands and they have a certain kind of things that you have to follow the rules, and that's the one that is furthest away from me as a person and we as a band. I know that there's shitloads of people who want us to do the first album again and again and again. It wouldn't come from the right place, so it's not going to happen, and it might happen one day, but then it's going to come from the same place, from the right place.
How are you feeling? Because you're telling me that you're coming from an honest place and speaking about sadness. How do you feel right now, and how do you feel when you put all that is going on through your mind on a record?
I always said it. I'm very much like a northerner, quite closed person.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are a little bit of cold people up here in a cold country, that we don't tend to share that much of how we are feeling and everything. Yeah. And that's why the fucking suicide rate is so high on Finland and other Nordic countries also, because people being taught, don't open your mouth, don't seek for help. Luckily these days it's a different story quite a lot. But so in a way, doing this music, it gives me a place to put stuff from the heart, and that's how it always been. So in that way, it is a lot of, it has this kind of a healing aspect to do this music, because I have to do it for myself.
Yeah.
But when you do it for yourself, then again then it comes from the honest place. If I would do it to other people and write the first album again, okay, sure, I could do it, but I wouldn't be happy. I couldn't put the stuff I need to put into the music. So,
and you wouldn't be as honest as you said that you want to be.
Well, I mean, I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, this new Shining album, when I wrote it, when the music started to come, it was after the Moonflowers album, which was like the most sad, it's very hard for me to listen to that album, because it takes me to the place that is a quite dangerous place. But then it was also the COVID, it was the lockdown times.
Yeah.
So it was not
a good time.
It was such a terrible time in many ways. You were so trapped and everything, and you can hear that also in the music, and the place was the music was also it started to be more destroying. Even I love the album, but it's very hard to listen because it was so close to the edge where there's no return. And really, then when Shining was almost like a cry for help from myself. Don't write another Moonflowers. You're not gonna make it.
Yeah,
you're not gonna make it alive. And it's it sounds quite rough. But then something. So try to find a way to do the same thing in another way. So and that's why I was so happy with the Shining, how it turned out. More kind of like uplifting sadness. It sounds strange, uplifting sadness, but that's exactly what the Shining album is. Yeah. That's why the name is also Shining. It's
exactly. I was going to point that.
It's never easy for any one of us. Not for you, not for us. We are humans. We have to go through such a terrible things in our lives, and sometimes better, sometimes worse. But in a way, we have an album called Hope.
Yeah.
And I'm a person who comes from the place of hope. I always think that tomorrow can be much better. So I really want that people could also feel that and find that from the music too. And that's why I like the Moonflowers. There's 2 albums, Moonflowers, and then we did a triple album, the songs from the North. The last album from that triple album. That also there's no hope. There's no kind of a glimmering light there, basically. A little bit, but so little that it starts to be very, very destructive for yourself. So in that way, I'm very happy also to play, because even now we don't even play any song from the Moonflowers, just because I said that it's so hard to do it. But maybe soon we're gonna play something from the Moonflowers also. because I love that album. I hate that album and I love that album, but Shining I just love.
Thank you for your time, Juha. Thank you for opening so much to me and to these people. Do you want to give a message to the Argentinian fans?
So I'm really, really hoping to meet you all there on the stage or off the stage, wherever. And you know, I'm very happy to come back to your beautiful country. It's such a thing for us Northerners to come to you. It's so different. It's so different culture, so different everything, but still we are exactly the same one at the shows and when we meet up. So that's a beautiful thing especially with the music like this. It kind of unites us in a different kind of way, even we are far apart on the world and on the cultures and everything, but we have one culture, one heart, and it's the music.
Thank you so much, and well, I will see you at the show.
Okay, thank you so much. I see you there. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.